Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Silver Spring City Council has a lengthy agenda for their February regular session. They will meet Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. in the council room, 201 North Davis Street. The council will discuss and take action on the second and final reading of the recommendations from the 2018 City Charter Review Committee. They'll approve the annual audit of fiscal year 2017-2018, take action on the first reading of two ordinances that will annex two business parks, Pioneer Business Park and Heritage Business Park, resolutions concerning the amendments of an existing 380 agreement for property located at 216 Main Street, and approving a Homeland Security grant application, assignment of airport ground lease, bids and contracts for solar LED lighting and poles for Crosstown Trail, and calling for a May 4th municipal election are also on the agenda. The council will also hear the city manager's report, including a status report of capital improvements, wastewater treatment plant operations, accidents and claims for the month, and a review of expenditures, revenues, purchases, and abatement orders. Here's Don Julian with sports.
The Wildcat soccer team ended up in a 1-1 tie Friday night against Lovejoy at Lucas. The match was a by-district rematch from last season. Wildcats are now 4-5-1. More on that tie against a very good team from Wildcat soccer coach Alexi Upton.
When the new rankings come out, they'll definitely be in top 8, top 10. They're a very good team. So the fact that we were up 1-0 to them, actually scored first goal, and then gave up a goal late. You know, all game I was like, "Hey, cover three." They had a guy that was a stud, and then we gave him 5 yards of space and he tied it up. But at the end of the day, I was talking to Coach Manning earlier this morning, and he was like, at the start of the day, if I would have told you would have tied 1-1 and you would have been happy with that result, and I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So, we gotta take what we get. We're happy for the result, and we're happy that we're moving in the right direction. So.
Yeah, we played them very, very well in by-district last year. The late goal they got to win last year.
Yeah, I've watched that film several times. I have access to that. It was a really good game, but I think we've grown a lot. I look at that group to end that year, and I look at our group that we had this year, and to be honest, I think our group that we had this year is a lot better already, and we still have so much more time. We have all of district to get better, and we have playoffs to get better, so we still have a long time to get even better. So.
Tell us about your goal against Lovejoy.
It was kind of an interesting goal. It was just Alexis Escobedo Sr., he just kind of took a guy on and just kept it low and kind of just drilled it down low, and it found its way into the back of the net. It was kind of a free goal. I had something in my hand, and I just threw it out of my hand because I was like I didn't expect it to come. So it was good. It was a good night for us. So.
What part of the game did that happen in? Was it pretty early?
Yeah, it was first half because we went into the half 1-0, and then we did a lot of defending, a lot of trying to keep the ball, and just gave Three the space that he needed. He's one of those, special players. They just need about 2 seconds of space, and they'll make you pay. So I think if we just lock down and be a little more better defensively, we're a dangerous team that can play with anybody in this region. So.
Yeah, it sounds like they're getting better and better. And now let's talk about Melissa.
Melissa's going to be a good group. They've struggled a lot. They have a lot of losses, but they're a very hard-working group. They stay in games. All their games have been 2-1, 1-1, 1-0. So they're definitely a group that stays in games and fights. So you never know. I don't know. We'll see. So time will tell.
It seems kind of a hotbed of soccer over in that McKinney, Princeton, and a little north of there.
Yeah, they're about 15 minutes north of McKinney, so they're right where all the club action and all the sports action is for soccer. So I expect good players, and usually with smaller schools, the organization's the thing that suffers. So I feel that they may not be a little organized, but I know they're going to be talented. So.
Very good, Coach. Sound like they're getting better.
Yeah, we're rolling. We're getting to where we belong, and we're really growing. We were 1-4-2 at one point, and now we're about with a win versus Melissa, we'll be back at 500. So we're definitely growing. We're definitely getting back to where we belong. And I knew that this would come because it's nothing but sophomores and juniors. I knew it would take us some time to grow and get better. So.
The Wildcats will be playing Melissa as a part of the Lady Cats and Wildcats varsity doubleheader Friday night at the Prim. Wildcats tennis team had a long day at a tournament in Waxahachie on Friday. Wildcats tennis coach Tony Martinez tells us all about it.
It was a tough early morning. You get up and go in at 5 o'clock, and we got there. Our plans were to practice at 7 o'clock before the coaches meeting and everything. And just as we hit Dallas in the 6:35, the rain came. So we were kind of washed out throughout the whole day, morning, and they were going to call it by noon. Still sitting there at 9, 10, 11. 11 it stops. I figured it's going to take 2 hours to dry all the courts off at all 3 sites. And we finally got started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's just that also wears out the mentality. You're all ready to play. We did okay in about 2 divisions. The rest of them were pretty tough. My number 1 boy, Jonah Kirkpatrick, had to play the number 1 seed who won the tournament, who went to regionals last year, and he lost 8-0. So I mean, not much you can do with that, but it's just some experience, and it's just the luck of the draw, and we got the bad end of that draw. The girls all did well in doubles, but we all went out in the first rounds in girls singles. Emily Dick played a great match, though. I mean, just lost 8-6. The girls doubles teams, Paige and Zoe Wilson, Paige Misi, and they still fought hard too, but also fell like 8-5. We didn't get clobbered like 8-0, 8-0 or something. We were in competition. So the 2 shining bright stars that we had were in the boys doubles, Logan Schumacher and Aaron Lucas. They got to the semifinals in the A division, and I mean they beat some tough teams. And this one was like Duncanville, Red Oak, Garland, Forney, North Forney. So it was competition that we normally don't see, and we were really happy. And like I said, Arlington was there. So Burleson, some of the Fort Worth schools. So we did really well, and they just lost a tough match, I think 8-6, making it to the finals. So very happy, very pleased. We're still learning, and we know what we have to do this week in practices, and so that was good. Really, the biggest highlight were our freshmen, Jolie Cantu and Carlos Lopez. Amazing. I mean, these 2 stood up, and they ended up getting 3rd place in mixed doubles. Wow. We're talking a lot of 6A top schools that were there. But believe it or not, they lost, and you would know, they lost to a small school out of Waco, Robinson Rockets. Okay. And so, and they're very good. They've been to state, but we were hanging in there. I mean, we still lost 8-5, but we came back and we beat Duncanville, a 6A team, and really pleased with their matches, and they were tired. I think they did get their 4 to 5 matches in that evening. We finished up about 8:30 or 9, and so it made a long day. But other than that, no, very happy with everybody. I mean, for them to sit and wait, be patient, and then to get out on the court and to compete. And so I was pleased with what we saw. Everything was good. Everybody competed. So, I mean, that's all we go there for. And we made at least a name for Sulphur Springs over in the Metroplex is what we're trying to do is, hey, get our foot in the door and then get more, invites to, hey, come and play us, come play us. So that's what we're looking for.
Well, what's next now for the team?
This Friday, we're in Paris, Texas.
Oh, okay.
There'll be some small teams. I think Pleasant Grove's a pretty tough team that'll probably be in the tournament. It's kind of like it's not my top tournaments, right now. I think it's where the kids can heal from some injuries, get, and work on different. And we're also doing a lot of mixed matching. I mean, things you haven't seen. I mean, we are putting like a Jonah Kirkpatrick with a Jolie Cantu to see what our mixed doubles could look like. And if you're looking at 2 of the best players we have on our team, those that are 2. So we're experimenting with some doubles and singles and boys and girls. So for us, it gives us a good view of what we're going to start working on for the rest of the season.
The Lady Cats softball team scrimmaged 2 more tough teams Saturday in Rockwall. Lady Cats softball coach David Carrillo has more for us.
Again, like I said, the better competition you play, the better you're going to get. You're going to be, and you get to evaluate your talent really early. So I thought we've been playing well. There's little mistakes that we're kind of doing, but they're definitely fixable. Getting to evaluate a lot of kids. So that being said, when you play the Colony and you play Rockwall, you're going to get better real quick. So we've had a rough week with the teams that we've been playing, but it's just going to make us better. And by no means did anyone just walk all over us. I thought we played well. The Colony was a 3-2 ball game, and it was close to the very end. And then, Rockwall was a 4-0 ball game. So, we've been playing well and, moving the ball well against really good pitching. And, we just got to, continue to clean some things up. We're making little mistakes that we need to fix. But, I mean, it's early. And, I feel like we'll go ahead and, work on those things today and hopefully have a better scrimmage tomorrow.
How's the pitching been in these two games?
Actually, our pitching has been really good. We have 3 pitchers we've been throwing so far, Bailey Haggerty, Tessa Holt, and Addison Cadell, and they've been doing really well. They've been holding people, hitting their spots, the things that you look for early. And they're getting some good quality innings against good lineups. So that's what we've been looking for, and they're doing a great job of doing that. Offensively, I feel like the top part of our lineup, you still have those seniors that just been with us forever, Sadie Stroud, Brinkley Driver, Kelsey Wallace, they're hitting very well. Sierra Smith is starting to hit the ball really well. So, those people are really doing a good job. And Allie Fight, we're asking her to do some different things from the two-hole spot, and she's doing some good things too. She's slapping a little bit, and she can do a lot. So, that type of stuff is what we're looking for so we can generate runs.
And you'll wrap up the scrimmage part of your schedule this week with a Tuesday and then a Friday.
Yes, Tuesday at Wiley East and then Friday at North Lamar. So I think tomorrow's supposed to be nice. I don't know about Friday. So, that being said, we'll just continue to evaluate and see things. And, actually we'll continue to evaluate, too, for the next 3 weeks, on those tournaments because that's what they're there for. So, that being said, hopefully we'll have the best lineup we can have by district.
What are you doing at catcher right now?
Right now, Brinkley Driver's holding up the catcher spot. She's doing a great job, She's worked on it hard, and you could tell. I mean, she's really solid back there. So, that being said, that's a tough spot to have, and she's kind of taking it by, just taking it and run with it. So, we're very blessed to have her doing that.
Maddie Millsap, is she at first for you?
Yes, right now Maddie Millsap is at first, and we have Landry Bell at third. And then, to follow up our infield, it's Sierra Smith at second and Kelsey Wallace at shortstop. So that's how we're going there. And right now we have Abby Barron in left field. Sadie Stroud, we moved to center. She's very solid play right there. And then of Allie Fight in right field. So that's what we've been going with so far. We still have some kids coming back from basketball, and I'm sure they're going to make a lot of noise before it's over with. So, again, we're just going to put the best kids that we can, when we have a chance to evaluate everybody and see what we can put out there by district.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.